meet a nice local? Perhaps they are more amenable with time.
Don't expect them to say much more than Wendigo!
Punch him up! Burn, baby, burn!
Looks like they've evolved to survive these conditions!
Their hide shall make an excellent coat! Not enough for ya? No doubt these beasts serve as sustenance for food!
As long as we ain't what feeds them!
Incoming!
They're fast for something so big!
Not fast enough!
Past time someone got stabbed! This is how it's done!
Find another snack, buddy!
You can't eat if you don't have a head!
No wonder they're grumpy, living on this hunk of ice!
Maybe this is what we'll become if we stay! They remind me of the abominable snowman!
Feel free to take them back to your planet!
Looks like they've evolved to survive these conditions!
Well, I hope they like dying in them!
Show 'em some muscle! Why can't we ever just meet a nice local?
What can I say, Quill? You bring it out in people!
They're fast for something so big!
You can't borrow my jet boots!
To the bone!
Where's it? Go home! Get it? Okay, I'm done playing with the snow monkeys.
Wendigo.
Is that really what we're calling them?
Hey, they're the ones who keep yelling Wendigo.
Maybe Hellbender will want to add some of those Wendigo to her army.
Assuming they don't hold a grudge.
Hey, they started it.
So much for not holding a grudge!
Fork off! What do you think, Quill? They still just trying to communicate!
Heads up!
They just herd us into their zoo?
Looks more like a dinner plate!
Well, let's make sure we don't end up on the menu. My butt still hurts from that slide!
Guys, you're not used to it by now! Careful!
Take some breathing room, Groot! Drax! Shut him down!
You can admire him later! Rock up!
This reminds me of our monster hunt in the prohibited area!
Yeah, you'd think we just turned on a thumper!
Run him through!
About time!
Yeah, I think they hold a bit of a grudge.
It's like the whole planet came out to play!
This is my kind of game! Watch your back!
Yes! Bring me more!
No one takes joy in their work like you, Drax!
This squishy fool has been thoroughly squished! They're too ugly to hit! I prefer to shoot!
Drax!
Brutify him, Groot!
This reminds me of our monster hunt in the prohibited area!
Let's hope it doesn't end the same as that one.
Yes! Bring me more!
No one takes joy in their work like you, Drax. Nice to meet you!
Bombs away, Rocket! It's like the whole planet came out to play.
Let him come! I got bombs for all!
Uh-oh.
My great strength goes underutilized!
Clark was hucking rocks at us!
Let us return the favor!
I hope we squash some of these flarkers when we crash!
Too bad we didn't get more of them. My butt!
That ain't the pain in the ass I'm worried about right now!
What's next, Peter?
Hey, Quill! Wanna see some fireworks?
I'm on it!
Yeah, I think they hold a bit of a grudge.
Rocket! Fireworks! It's like the whole planet came out to play.
Let him come! I got bombs for all!
Let's see that sword!
You can admire him later! Walk up!
Can we kill any faster? It's flarkin' cold!
Hell, that's a bad
Make them hurt, Gamora!
Cut to pieces!
Go get him, Tiger! Let's see those branches!
This is a bad tactical position!
Is there a good one when it comes to these things?
This reminds me of our monster hunt in the prohibited area!
Yeah, you'd think we just turned on a thumper!
We killed their leader. They should leave us alone now.
Or seek revenge.
Think that wreck is the camp we saw?
Nah, this thing has been here for ages. Look, the smoke's coming from the other side of it.
We're close, but we're gonna need to get up there.
Oh, please. It's probably the least dangerous thing on this planet.
All right, Groot, give me a boost.
I am Groot.
About yay high.
Yea is not a unit of measurement.
Groot knows what he means.
I never truly believed this day would come.
What, freezing your nips off with a bunch of us?
The day that I would prove myself against Fin Fang Foom. When Katath fell, many of my brethren sought to redeem themselves by slaying the great beast.
What do you see, Peter?
Rocket's right. The smoke's coming from the other side, but we gotta clear the way.
We can deal with that once all of us are up there.
Can the tree not lift us one by one?
He can't exactly lift himself, can he? Hey, Quill, you see anything we could use to climb up there?
They say Fin Fang Foom is a foe unlike any one could imagine.
All right, heads up. I'm gonna drop something down for you guys.
These snow beasts whet my appetite. I am eager to slay the great Fin Fang Foom.
Look out below!
Ha! That'll work!
You think those creatures were using this ship for shelter?
Screw them, they're dead.
Here, give me a hand.
We should be ready. We don't know the source of that smoke. Could be more hostiles.
Maybe it's just a nice warm fire and some Sikaran spirits.
Ooh, maybe it's a barbecue.
What's barbecue?
What? You guys have never had barbecue? Charbroiled burgers, grilled steaks, baby back ribs?
Whatever it is, it smells.
Bodies. It smells of bodies.
Jeez. Was all this foom?
Undoubtedly.
Up ahead. Looks like there's a survivor.
Who goes there?
No head. She has no head.
I believe that repulsive tentacle orb is her head.
And I can hear you with it.
Are you the only survivor?
Clearly not. Who are you, meat sacks?
We're here for foom.
Forget what I said. Yeah, I'm the only survivor. Or will be.
I take it you know where we can find him?
Sure, digesting my men back at his roost. Big Eye's obelisk sticking out of the Caldera's frozen sea.
Don't worry, we'll take care of foom.
Sure you will, Terran. Just don't come running back here when he chases you. I've still got some things to pack up.
You gonna be okay?
I don't need your pity, Terran. I'll head back to Contraxia and lick my wounds.
Ooh, hey, you may not want to do that. Contraxia isn't exactly safe right now.
When is it ever?
Seriously, maybe you should just come with us.
I've been embarrassed enough today without taking help from a stranger. I can look after myself.
Well, if you hear people talking about a promise with a matriarch, just steer clear.
I'll keep that in mind.
Sorry about your men.
Dead men collect no paychecks. Speaking of, aren't you the Mad Titan's daughter?
What of it?
Relax, I'm not looking for trouble. There was a time I'd have taken you in for the bounty.
There was a time I'd have killed you for trying.
Yeah, seems we've both got bigger problems right now.
Seems like.
Any of you corpses mind if I help myself to your stuff? No? Well, thank you.
Another hunt marker?
This one is unclaimed. No doubt it belonged to one of these corpses.
Guess they never got the chance to plan it.
I have appropriated it for our own use, to herald our bravery this day. It shall mark our ultimate conquest, or our glorious defeat.
Foom may be bad news, but he's nothing compared to the fight that comes next.
And it shall mark our penultimate conquest.
One conquest at a time. All right, people, let's catch us a dragon.
Yes, we grow ever closer to our great destiny.
You're awful chipper, considering Foom obliterated that camp like it was nothing.
We are not nothing.
I'm with Drax. No mountain too high, no valley too low.
Literally. In the case of this place.
Whoa! Indeed, the ice is amplifying our velocity.
This is how I die! Have you lost your form and mind?
Come on! If you forget it's incredibly dangerous, it's actually kind of fun!
Indeed, let us meet our death communes.
Well, that takes care of the getting down part.
I don't even want to think about how we're gonna get back up. Or how we're gonna get Foom up there.
Look on the bright side. We may be dead.
Back on Earth, people would use dog sleds. A whole line of huskies pulling a sled across the ice.
Don't expect me to be the dog.
I was actually thinking of the Wendigo, and Foom is the sled.
That's the craziest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah. I love it.
We've still got to patch up the Milano.
She'll be all right. I quill-proofed the underbelly after Seknar. He's got a knack for wrecking stuff.
Don't we all?
That may be.
Yeah. He must think we're a bunch of psychopaths.
Nah, he sees us as fertile soil. He's cultivating it for something beautiful. Oh, you did too, you big cheese ball.
Oh, I didn't think it could get any colder.
You know, it's days like these I'm glad I installed seat warmers in the Milano.
Up ahead. There's the ice obelisk.
This must be it, the frozen sea.
This is the perfect spot. Here we will challenge the great beast. Fin Fang Foom! Come and face your death!
What are you doing? We can't get the drop on him if he knows we're here.
Also, we're not killing him, remember?
Shout with me. Here we demonstrate our mettle!
Fin Fang Foom! Your end draws near!
Nope, not his end.
Peter Quill, go!
Fin Fang Foom, it's nap time!
Rocket, it's your turn!
Did he just say my real name?
Rocket!
Fin Fang Foom! We're gonna decomboggle your flunking scut spigots! You hear me?
He hears you!
You scaly, overgrown Gordlesplode! You fessed lump of Satarkian shrub meat! You don't scare us!
It feels good, does it not?
Yeah! Yeah! It actually does!
Now! We disrobe!
Just through here. Be ready for anything.
That is technically impossible.
So, where is he?
Maybe we spooked him.
Impossible. Foom was born without fear.
You don't know that.
In the cold heart of a dying star.
Dying stars ain't cold.
This one was.
You think his lair's behind that?
Let's find out.
Not so invincible!
not so cold!
Bring it, you overgrown lizard!
Looks like he just did! Run! That was too close!
Good thinking! Muscles! Give Groot a hand! He thinks you two can refund that rock right into Boom's face!
This has got my name on it!
Quick! Before Boom figures it out! Nice! Right in his ugly mug!
He's just stunned by our combined might!
This don't get your bandages burned!
Slash him, Gamora! Do your thing, Drax! Stick it to him, Groot!
Suppose we had sold Boom as I originally suggested!
No quarantine zone, no fine, no church!
Hope this makes us square with Hellbender!
It's better, since we need a favor!
Oh, we lost you for a second!
Eyes on the sky!
I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
It is a truly momentous battle!
Come on, Boom! You'll like Sector 9!
He'd have gotten along with that giant squid if we hadn't cut it in half!
I am trying to destroy! Beware his reach!
Last time someone got stabbed!
Just don't get your branches burned!
He means to crush us! Now is our turn to strike!
Move away, Rocket! Hope this makes us square with Hellbender!
It's better, since we need a favor!
Rocket! Go wild!
Suppose we had sold Boom as I originally suggested!
No quarantine zone, no fine, no
Some
church!
water fresh soil won't fix!
Groot says thanks! And double from me!
Feel free to give up, Boom!
Yeah, play nice! We'll go easy on you! He's plasma, you overgrown lizard! You definitely got his attention!
What's wrong, Boom? Guys, huddle up!
Victory will soon be ours, my friends, unless they send reinforcements.
If they do, we'll have to move like lightning. Hit them from behind. But what if they're too fast? We'll need another plan.
You're gonna get creamed out there, and you wanna know why? Because we keep trying to fight fair.
What?
But in this galaxy, you don't win by fighting fair. Let's give those losers a taste of their own medicine. Who's with me?
That wasn't appropriate for this battle!
Why?
Gamora, cut him down! Blow him up! Feel
Are we
free to
even making
give
a
up,
dent?
Boom!
Flesh does not dance!
We seem to be making it matter! So that's progress!
Just don't get your bandages burned! Oh, come on! More fire!
He's coming down hard! Look! He's stuck!
I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
What's wrong, Peter? First time? Quick! While he's stuck in the ice! What's next, Peter?
The beast grows desperate!
Yeah, and pissed!
bound to get sloppy!
What is next, Peter Quill?
Feel free to give up, Boom!
Foom would never shame himself with surrender!
Rocket! Safety's off!
Do not hold back now!
Is he talking to us or Boom?
Watch out for his... well, everything!
So much for going quietly! Up you get, little buddy! Rocket! Do your thing! I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
It is a truly momentous battle! Caution! Suppose we had sold Boom as I originally suggested.
Don't rub it in!
Feel free to give up, Boom!
You'll love Lady Hellbender! Promise!
One more time! Let's knock him out cold!
Doesn't look like he's gonna make it easy on us!
Beast is most dangerous when at its most desperate. We must not fail!
What's next, Peter?
Now, Peter!
Gotta fight fire with fire!
Let her loose!
Yes! We stand triumphant! Foom has fallen.
Hold on! Wait, no! No! Lady Hellbender! Drax, stop! Guys! Wait, guys, no! Lady Hellbender, we want to...
Nobody escapes my wrath. Floorboard.
Monster Queen of Seknarf 9, you said you'd hear him out. You promised.
Speak. Oh, this is the one where you make a good speech.
We screwed up. We conned you, robbed you, killed your baby. We can't take back what we've done. But we want to make it right.
Quill.
You murdered the Dragon Lord of Kakarantara! Ah!
This isn't new.
has finally brought the two of us together. Lord Foom.
The final harvest begins. Dead worlds, screaming across space. We must go. Now.
Someone needs to take a stand against the church. We could really use some help.
You pay one debt, then create another.
No, though I can kind of see
Enough. I will gather my forces.
All right, let's go.
Yes! The noble Lady Hellbender shall fight alongside us this day. After we bested Foom the Invincible.
I think we found Drax's peanut butter and chocolate.
We are on the path to destiny, my friends.
I still can't believe we did it. We did do it, right?
We sure did, and we got Mantis back.
But we lost Warlock. We'll need him to exercise the Magus once we shut down that ritual.
So we bust him out of cult prison. I've done jailbreaks before, we all have.
We still tracking him?
Oh yeah, that thing ain't coming out easy.
Good. Then all we gotta do is get there on time and hope Lady Hellbender does too.
She will. I'm certain of it.
All right. Let's gear up, people. Tie up any loose ends. Take a pee if you have to, because we're not stopping again.
Hey, Quill. Let me borrow your tunes.
Why?
I need to focus. Come on.
Do not drop that.
Mantis? What happened on Lamentis after we left? Last time we saw you, things looked dire.
It's a long story. We can talk about it after you do like Star Guy says and use the bathroom.
I don't need to.
All right, but don't say I didn't warn you when church grandpa makes you do faith crunches.
Wait, Raker's gonna do what?
It depends. But at some point, someone says my name, and then there's a little bit of pee.
Great. I did not want to know that.
Oh yeah, little fuzzy. Maybe the little bit of pee is you.
Nope.
Sir Groot, I gotta say, I don't know what you told the Katati Guardians at the cave entrance, but they were very cooperative when I came back with the villagers.
Mantis! I've got so many questions.
I know, and I've got so many answers, like, seize the means of production, or it's not just a rash, or yes, it is gluten-free.
Not the answers I was looking for, but now I'm wondering about the questions.
What questions?
How did you convince Lady Hellbender to meet us on Maklu 4? You weren't even with us when we decided to go.
Actually, convincing her to go after you wasn't hard at all. But convincing her to hear you out? Whew, that was tough. I had to get all creepy mystical and spook her with warnings about what would happen otherwise.
You told her about the end of the universe, and she believed you?
Oh, no, not at first. But when I brought up all her precious monsters dying, she came around. Couldn't take that chance with her babies, you know?
What happened on Lamentis after we left? You said some people would survive, but that doesn't fare super well for the others.
Many of the elders died. They didn't resist the invasion, but they would never accept the promise. It isn't their way.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Their sacrifice bought time for me and the Kotati to hide most of the others. They will emerge when the galaxy is saved.
So you were able to hide them in the caves. Hope you told them to stay away from the fog. Well, I'm glad to have you with us.
Oh, good, because you're not always glad.
Why not?
Well, sometimes I'm your ex-wife.
What?
I think she's pulling your leg, Quill.
It only ever happens the one time, but it's so funny.
So, Bug Girl, how come you can understand Groot so well? You've only known him a few cycles.
Telenesin is a common language in some realities. The Chitauri don't always blow up Planet X.
I am Groot.
Yep. There's a dimension where I learned to speak it from a very aggressive compost vendor on Nowhere.
Groot loves compost.
Gamora Zenhuberi, you wish to practice hand-to-hand techniques.
It's still weird when you say my actual name.
I am getting used to it.
We've come a long way since Murderous Sorceress. Wasn't it what you were calling me back on my first mission with the team?
Yes. At first I believed you had bewitched Peter Quill. I could see no other reason he would hire an assassin for a protection contract.
Really? No other reason than magic?
Now, Drax! Hey, I was just...
There is no need to explain yourself, Peter Quill. Unlike the rodent, I do not mind when others are curious about my things.
It's a really cool blade.
With an equally impressive history.
You recognize it?
It belonged to Zatar the Unfinished, a great Catathian warrior king who led the first pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Wait, so you're saying this is basically Excalibur?
I am unfamiliar with such a weapon.
It's a mythical sword belonging to a famous Earth King.
Then yes, I suppose you could say this is the Excalibur of my people. It is a symbol of a king and the great hunt he inspired for those seeking to regain a place in Ultath.
Zatar sounds like a hero of yours.
King Zatar. And he is. Every Catathian warrior knows the story of his pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Why is he called Zatar the Unfinished, then?
In the history of my people, a rival king attacked Zatar's lands, easily overwhelming his forces. Captured and broken, Zatar challenged the rival king to a fight to the death, but the conqueror refused, banishing him to a life of dishonor and disgrace instead. So King Zatar went to Maklu 4 to challenge the mighty Fin Fang Foom and change his destiny.
Well, that's depressing.
How is it depressing?
Because he obviously failed. Fin Fang Foom's still alive and kicking, mostly.
He did not fail, Peter Quill. King Zatar did not vanquish Fin Fang Foom, it is true. But he did redeem himself in the eyes of his people.
By dying? Not exactly a happy ending.
By never giving up. A warrior only truly dies when he stops living. King Zatar proved that our stories, the records of who we were in life, are ours to shape. He could have died a coward who lost his place in Ultath, or he could do what I and many of my people believe he did. Change the ending of his story.
So, this great hunt thing seems like a bigger deal than I thought. Did we mess it up for everyone by capturing Fin Fang Foom?
What do you mean?
Well, its purpose is to regain entry into Catathian heaven and stuff, and now there's no Foom to, you know, send you there.
Peter Quill. There are many paths to Ultath. The pilgrimage to Maklu 4 is but one of them.
Right.
When Thanos murdered my family and destroyed my village, twice I chose the path of revenge. First I raised a small army of Catathian warriors. Even outnumbered, we cut our way through the Chitauri line and challenged Thanos himself.
Wait. On Catath, you faced Thanos twice during the Galactic War?
Yes. But I was not strong enough the first time.
Strong enough to survive?
Thanos allowed me and a few others to live, to set an example. Defeated and humiliated, the surviving members of my squad chose to make the pilgrimage to Maklu 4. But I could not. I continued to walk the path of revenge. Until you helped me put the ghosts of Hovat and Camaria to rest.
To be fair, I had a lot of help.
And yet you have given me a new purpose, Peter Quill. Seems my destiny was not in the mountains of Kakaranthara after all, but here, on this ship, with you.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us now. I can't guarantee where our path will take us, but hopefully somewhere with lots of money and comfort.
I do not have a doubt in my heart, Peter Quill, that we will have moderate success.
I'll accept moderate.
Peter Quill, spar with me.
I think I'll pass, Drax. I don't want to get Mantis! Groot! Hey!
Hey, Star Guy.
Shouldn't you be keeping this in the fridge since it came from Maklu?
I am Groot.
Just like you, Sir Groot.
What did he say?
Oh, just that with the right care, the plant you gave him can survive pretty much anywhere, even on spaceships. I can see why you'd want plants in space. It's so...
empty?
I am Groot.
Yes, dark. And gloomy and doomy. Blech. I prefer home to be on the ground.
I am Groot.
Aw, such a cutie. And if you can't go to your planet, make your planet come to you. Wait, does that make Little Fuzzy your maintenance mammal?
Maintenance mammals? There were creatures like Rocket on your homeworld.
Oh, yes.
I am Groot.
He says there were lots of little furry babies on Tulunia.
Tulunia?
You know, Planet X.
Ah.
But Little Fuzzy wasn't one of them. He's one of a kind. The maintenance mammals on Tulunia were servants to Groot's people.
Gross.
I am Groot.
That's terrible!
What?
He says the other saplings were big meanies to the maintenance mammals. They'd hurt them. For fun.
I am Groot.
But Sir Groot says he preferred their company over his people because they were super smart and nice.
I am Groot.
He says their kindness reminds him of Little Fuzzy.
Really? Rocket?
I am Groot.
Aw, you big sweetie. He says he couldn't protect his friends on Planet X, but he can protect Rocket.
He's lucky to have you, man. Hell, we're all lucky to have you.
I am Groot.
Now hug.
Oh,
Maybe later?
what was your home like? You know, before?
I am Groot.
Beautiful.
I am Groot.
He says he wanted to be a forest caretaker, so he could spend time caring for all the wonderful plants that grew there.
What stopped you?
I am Groot.
His dad. Sir Groot's a prince? Just like you, Star Guy.
Wait, your dad was a king?
I am Groot.
A big meanie. He says his dad and the other Arbor Masters were corrupt. They favored the few over the many and turned sentient mammals into slaves.
Why are all dads that happen to be kings always dicks?
I am Groot.
Yeah, power sucks. Even the wisest tree and purest water can be poisoned.
I am Groot.
Sir Groot says it's up to us to be the antidote. Gardening helps him find purpose and healing.
I get it. My mom loved her garden.
Me too.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help you with your garden or make the Milano feel more like home, let me know.
I am Groot.
He says thank you, Pete.